Hey, this is Di and it's Monday and we're on our way to the National Institutes of Health. I have lab work and a couple tests today. But it's super duper windy. It's cold and windy, but it's bright and sunny, which we don't get at home much, but you can see how nice and sunny it is. But now I'm going to show you exactly how windy it is. I did not bring my cover for the camera. Mike. Oh, here we go. It's not as bad as it was earlier. All right, it's time for us to head in. Head out, head out. That's what it is. Since 9/11, the National Institutes of Health has had airport-style security, so we're just getting everything situated so we can go through security. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi.
So here's a fun thing I'm going to show you. Every time I come to NIH, one of my lab works is they collect my urine for 24 hours. And so they give me this container. This container of corrosive acid. And I get to fill this with my urine for the next 24 hours. Now, they give me this bag to carry it in, which will rip your hands apart when it starts to get heavy. So I bring a beach bag and ice from the hotel, and I keep it in there. So, next 24 hours, me in the beach bag. So this is what it comes with. A set of gloves, directions, and the acid, which smells like vinegar. The beach bag. And inside it's insulated for beer, you know? And now I'm going to Florida to get my blood drawn by the vampires. Not so happy about my blood draw. It took 2 tries, so now both arms hurt.
7th floor.
Alright. Because this is a federal facility, I'm sure it's not legal for me to film. So, just gonna try to sneak it in where I can. I have a CAT scan in a couple hours, and then I have the MRI. Of course, the results always bother me, but that's tomorrow. Today's the scans, tomorrow I get the results. What were people doing in here? I'm gonna go get my CAT scan. Time for MRI number 1. There will be 3. They made me change for the MRI machine. I wanted you to see the outfit as soon as I got out. Look. Isn't that stylish? Even though I wore an outfit with no buttons and no zippers, I still had to change. I've learned not to argue with them about this stuff. Anyway, that is MRI done. I get to go home and then come back tomorrow, and the next day I have 2 more MRIs. So 1 down, 3 to, no. 1 down, 2 to go.
So the mall, isn't that where the Cheesecake Factory was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They moved to the other mall.
Oh, where's the other mall at?
Westfield Mall?
Yeah.
It's just further west. No, east.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
So lonely.
We at the restaurant to eat. It's the hotel restaurant. Waiting for food, and I haven't eaten since, well, I had a cracker at 1:40. 1:30 I had a cracker, and I haven't eaten since. And what time is it now, Jerry?
7:45 probably. Yep.
So Jerry, who did have lunch, is now eating and just leaving me here not to eat.
Liar. I'd give you my salad, you refused it.
He did give me a salad, but I don't need to eat his salad. I've got plenty of food coming, but it was kind of funny to tease him. Love you, honey. I didn't get to show you, but they had told me that I couldn't eat anything from 4 hours before the CT. On the MRI orders, it said that I was NPO, which means nothing by mouth, no food, no drink. So the CT was scheduled at one time and the MRI was 2 hours later. So I had quit eating as well. So by the time they had to put an IV in you to be able to put contrast in during the CAT scan and during the MRI, and when they put that needle in, I almost fainted. And she was like, oh, you just have to make sure you drink a lot before these. well, don't give me directions that say I'm not allowed to drink anything. And so by the time I got into the hold, which I couldn't film in any of this area, it was just full of people. And as soon as I got into the hold, I was like seriously gonna faint. And I was like, oh my goodness. The good thing is that during CTs and MRIs, I was laying down. And nobody ever faints laying down. So as long as I was laying down, I knew I'd be fine. But I think my anxiety got involved in it because it's the first time that I've had any sort of injection since that horrible infusion. And I will put an eye in the sky. I never remember which side it's on, but I'll put an eye in the sky, which will be a link that you can click and you can see the story about when I had that infusion. And I just hadn't had an IV start since that infusion, and I think it just brought back a lot of memories. Plus, I needed to eat something, but I wasn't allowed to. If I had even wanted to eat between the CT and the MRI, I couldn't have because they rushed me in between the two. And so I had not eaten by the time I got out of the MRI. I meant to put snacks in my bag so the second that I got out of MRI I could eat something, but I forgot. Here I am, we're getting out of the MRI machine. I'm carrying this giant 24-hour urine beach bag, and Jerry and I went back to the hotel, and I just wanted to eat at the hotel because you don't want to take that beach bag to a restaurant. So I just left it up in my hotel room, and that way if I had to go to the bathroom while we're eating, I just run up to the hotel room. So much easier. But we had never stayed at this hotel before, and we walked in the restaurant, and it was huge. And it's a Marriott. They have a huge buffet in the morning, and so they'll have a huge restaurant. But at night, it's just business travelers, right? Everybody else has someone to go out with. And there were a lot of area restaurants, so there was no reason to eat in the hotel. I mean, unless you were carrying your urine around in a bag. So we walked in. It probably sat to 100, 200 people. There were 4 people in the restaurant. They were all businessmen on their computers because there's no Wi-Fi in your room, so they wanted to use the Wi-Fi down in the hotel lobby. And they were all sitting by themselves. Every last person was sitting by themselves. That's why when I looked at Jerry and I said, how are you? He said, oh, so lonely. Because it was like the saddest, loneliest place to eat at. That's why I was like, shh, because we can't say anything in front of all these lonely business travelers. I'm glad that I wasn't making that trip. I'm glad I had Jerry with me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment down below. I answer every comment as soon as I see it. See you soon. God bless. We are now wandering aimlessly. I know, we usually get the crab chips, but look, they have big seasoning. No. Yeah, we only brought carry-ons this time. Really is no place to put them.